like such a tough game, but you got the win in the end, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think we saw the way they played. They played really well with the ball. They caused us some problems sometimes. I think the first half we had a little bit difficulties finding the chances, but I think the second half we created a few. Probably should have scored a little bit more, but then obviously when they came back 1-1, that was a little shame. But okay, that happened. They are a good team, so I think the reaction was really good. So to get a win is good. We know 2-1 is a tricky score, but at least we're ahead for the second leg.
Is that quite gutting, the manner of sort of conceding that goal?
Well, I think they play really well between the lines, but obviously when you get a goal against, it's always a little bit of a shame. But it happens, you know. I think the reaction was good. We played a good game, and now we have to prepare ourselves for Saturday.
You said that most of the chances for you came in the second half. In the first half, you of course got the goal. Talk me through it, because that was pouncing on a mistake from Emre Can, but it was a real instinctive move by the team.
Yeah, I can't really remember the beginning of the action, but when Phil played it across, it came to Riyad, so I pounded on the opportunity, so it was good for us.
Do you think you were lucky in the first half that Jude Bellingham's goal was not given?
Well, I think I've not seen the replay, but I think he goes with his feet, with his studs, so it's difficult to say something about it because I don't know.
Did you get a close look at the incident with Rodri and the potential penalty there that wasn't given?
Neither.
Okay. Tell me about your passing. Look, you had an incredible pass at the weekend against Leicester. Do you just have a third eye? Have you just practiced this? Is it just innate? How do you find those passes time and time again? Because you provided so many of them today as well.
Well, I try to look up before I get the ball, so I try to get a picture of what is happening. And I was seeing Phil and Gundo running to the second post, so I tried to chip it. And yeah, it was good that it went just above the defender, so it was good action, so that's all what matters.
And it doesn't end, because you've got Leeds, of course, at the weekend, and then you've got the away leg again. How sort of tricky is that for the team to manage, or is that where you all come into your own in this run-in, in this part of the season?
Well, the season in September started this way and never stopped, so I think we had no midweeks off, so it's been an incredible run of games. So I think the team responded really well to the challenge this year, and you know we're in a good situation, and we are a little bit privileged because we are able to compete for every trophy, and that's what everybody wants to do. So we try to keep it game by game, and now we have to prepare ourselves for Saturday midday.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you. On the win today, I mean, it must have been a relief to score at the last minute, but you really had to suffer in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, relief. Yeah, it's better to win than draw, but still we had, even with 1-1, we had 90 minutes, you know, to do it. So yeah, 2-1 and Champions League. We're going there to win the game.
What's your overall thoughts on the performance today?
Yeah, the first half we were not clever with the ball. Our pass was not better for the mates. And the second half was much better, and we had the 2 or 3 clear chances after 1-0 to score the second and the third. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but after concede 1-1, we were there, and we scored the final goal.
You brought on Jesus. Is that because you felt that the opportunities were being created, but the finishing was just not there? Even though Foden scored in the end.
Listen, to play good in the areas that we want, we need to make a good build-up, and today was not good. So Joao and Rodri were not clever to receive the ball in the positions to contact for the other ones, but it's normal. So the opponent is strong, is a good quality. Of course, when the players the pace and the quality up front that they have, always is difficult, you know, to do what we want to do. But yeah, it's a good result, 2-1, and we have another chance in 1 week.
Rodri, you mentioned him. He was involved in the potential penalty incident. It wasn't given in the end. It wasn't deemed a foul. Did you think that was fair?
The penalty
that wasn't given, yeah.
I didn't see it. But
you didn't see the replay.
I didn't see the replay.
Right, okay. What about Jude Bellingham's goal that wasn't given? Did you get to see the move on that one? It looked like he won the ball. And
I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see the Bellingham.
You didn't see any of the replays. Okay. Talk me through what is so good about this team and what you have to do better in the next one.
We're going to watch the game calmly. Now you know exactly what they do, and we're going to adjust a few things to try to go there to win the game. So we have won the last 28 games, 27, and now Leeds, and after we're going to to Germany to try to win the game.
How dangerous can they be at home? I mean, this is a side who you know very well from Germany as well.
I say that Borussia Dortmund is a typical club from the Champions League. He used to play this competition for many years, and he knows how to do it. So you have one more game there. So the result 2-1. We're going to go there to score goals to try to win, and yeah. Now analyze what we have done.
Tell me how special Phil Foden is.
The second half was a threat in the for them. He played really well, and 1-against-1, arriving in the final third. He has a 2 or 3 clear chances to score a goal, and finally he scored.
What does that show about the hunger and determination of this side to just keep going? I mean, you've built something very special this season. You're in such a great position in every single competition that you're in. Yeah. What does it say about the fight, even after conceding so late, that there is still that passion, there is still that fight to come back?
Yeah, we felt the pressure today in this competition at home, and we don't know how we're going to play, and now we know each other better, and we are going to analyze what we have to do, and like we have done this 4, 5, 6 months, every game we play to try to win.
Thank you very much, Pep. Well done.
And they'll continue to do that. You know, it's an interesting scoreline in many ways because we have Edin Terzic down there doing his interviews. He's probably saying to the German media, do you know what, we've got an away goal, I'm actually quite pleased with that. Whereas Pep, with a smile on his face, he's delighted with the win. So it's going to be so interesting when we get to watch the second leg in a few days' time.
Yeah, hopefully it's exciting for both teams and Man City come out on top. But you have to respect Dortmund. As Pep said, they're an experienced Champions League team with a lot of quality. So to think we were just going to come here and Man City were going to dominate the whole game and Dortmund weren't going to have many chances is a little bit naive. And as I said, it shows the character that they come from back from a draw and got the win that they needed.
It's not over, but if you're going to win this competition, you're going to have to scrap.
Look, I think Pep's smart enough to know an away goal for Dortmund puts them in a decent position. Obviously, I think considering the form that they're in, they'll be delighted. Dortmund, they've found a way to get a goal. And I think Haaland will probably play a bit better in the second game, maybe get a bit more service. So they've got some good players on the bench, Hazard and Brandt, who can come and affect the game as well. But I think City, they'll be really proud of themselves in the fact that they found a way to get that second goal and keep pushing, because maybe in the past, when you're in a difficult moment, maybe confidence can go down. I think today they rose to the occasion. The big players stepped up, and I think this City team is different this year. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, mentality-wise, no question. If you were with us in the build-up, you would have heard Owen say that in his eyes, Jude Bellingham is a starter at the Euros for England. He played his part this evening, and we were really keen to hear from him. And I'm delighted to say a few moments ago he spoke to Reshmin. So we'll talk about his game in a moment. But first, let's hear from a young man who is such an impressive footballer. Here he is.
Great to see you. Look, you did get the away goal, which I presume is priceless, and I presume that you feel it was very deserved.
Yeah, definitely. I think we frustrated them well when they had the ball. I think at times they found it quite hard to break us down, and we used the ball quite well and quite efficiently, and obviously for our goal I think it's a brilliant bit of play to put Marco in, and it's a great finish. Obviously still disappointed to concede so late, but we'll use that away goal in the second leg and see what we can do.
How hard was it to play out there? It looked tough. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, honestly I'm knackered now, but yeah, they're brilliant. I think they're one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. The way they move the ball and the way they kind of go to regain the ball after they lose it is world class, and you give De Bruyne that much time in the box and he's going to score, and you give him that much time around the box and he's going to put a ball into the box that damages us, and it did. So it's a bit of a frustrating one, but we'll move on.
You're nursing a bleeding knee as well.
Yeah, no, that's from chasing him around, probably.
Kevin De Bruyne, right?
Yeah.
You've got to tell me about what happened with the goal that wasn't given.
Yeah.
It looked like from the replays that you won the ball fairly. You tell me what happened in that.
Well, I definitely think I won the ball fairly. I think, it's a bit frustrating in a time when they've got so many cameras and so many TVs watching the game that they don't wait for me to put it in the net and then check it. But as I said in the other stuff, it's football, it's life, and kind of just got to get on with it, really.
What was communicated to you at that moment?
Well, all I got told was that I've been booked and that it's going to be a free kick for them. I think they should have maybe checked it, but yeah, apparently I had my studs up and caught the goalie, and therefore it was a foul.
As you say, look, you did get that very important away goal as well. What do you guys need to do next week differently, if there is anything differently that you can do?
Yeah, I think the same sort of, plan in terms of without the ball, but with the ball, I think we've got to be a bit more efficient, create a little bit more, and take the game to them a little bit at home. And I think we'll be looking to do that.
Thank you very much,
Perfect,
Jude. Well
thank
done
you.
today.
Played his part tonight. One of so many City players who are just under no illusions how important this competition at this stage of the season is.
Yeah, I think they feel like this is one of their best opportunity in a long time. Obviously, the draw helps, but you saw there's no game is a given, and Dortmund played pretty well. But I think with Kevin De Bruyne, with some of those moments that he can have to affect the game, like the second goal, then with the defence that they have, they're in a fabulous position to win this competition.
You mentioned the second goal for City. Let's take a look at the first one. Obvious frustration from a Dortmund perspective, but a key moment for City.
Yeah, again, capitalising on slight mistakes, and you give the ball away to Kevin De Bruyne in midfield, and he will do this. He'll bypass midfielders and make the right decisions. And again, Phil Foden, great execution and two vital parts in both goals.
That's the thing. We said before the game, Jay, they've got Phil Foden, they've got Gundogan, they've got Kevin De Bruyne, got Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Jesus can come off the bench, Aguero. Got so many weapons, and I think that's what gives them, with that stable defence that they have, that's what gives Pep and this team a fabulous opportunity to win this competition.
And they pretty much led for the whole night. We'll have a look at them conceding in a minute, but then they went straight back into the lead. And we were talking not long into the second half, saying this is definitely not a vintage City performance. They'll play better than that.
Oh, of course they will, and they'll hope to in the second leg. But you've got to give respect to Dortmund. They're no pushovers, and I think it proves that you can't speculate on current form in the league positions. I think, obviously, if they're speculating on that, then they would have expected to brush Dortmund aside, but that wasn't the case tonight. We all thought that the equaliser was going to take this at 1-1 to the second leg, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the way that the game developed, look at Jude Bellingham, by the way. I mean, look, little drop of the shoulder there, around the corner, Erling Haaland, one moment of magic, and Royce is in. He's so good off that left shoulder. But just watch this for a 17-year-old Jude Bellingham. That's crazy. Composure, calmness. I think Haaland's link-up play, Joleon, today was really good.
Yeah, he surprised me with that, the selfishness in that ball. And again, there was no mistakes made by City there, but it was just great execution. Third man run. Jude Bellingham, as you said there, he was outstanding tonight. And from a personal point of view and an England point of view, it's exciting that he's going into the Euros with that kind of form.
And I know that you often look at players about more than just their football, and you were seeing him down here. Hopefully we'll hear from him in a minute. He was doing all the media after media down below us, and you said, look, this is like a young player, a teenage footballer, as a leader for this football club.
Well, he's 17. He shouldn't, with the utmost respect to him, he shouldn't be playing in a game like this. But because he's so mature and he's so good in every phase of the game, he plays. Because every time he plays, everybody trusts him. I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch from both teams. And I can't get over how much composure he has, how good his overall game is, in possession, out of possession. And then even there, he's the voice of the team, in the press. So, real credit to him. I'm amazed at the level he's playing at 17.
We'll hear from him in a second, but there was frustration on his face at the end. Not just the result and the fact they considered late, but also the fact that he knows he put the ball in the net, and we know it should have stood.
Yeah, again, unfortunate, and Edison was fortunate to get that decision. And as I said, the tenacity to get there and willingness to get in behind and cause dangerous situations for City in the back line. But throughout the whole game, he was just consistently making good decisions, and his tenacity to get up there and put pressure on people. Outstanding performance.
Yeah, look, that ball's there to be won. He has every right to get there, and he gets there. And I think that's the thing about him. Even though physically he's big and strong, his athleticism, his pace to get there, and his smarts. I think he surprises people. Every time people come up against him, they probably expect a young kid, a 17-year-old, and he makes the right decision.
And I don't think he's developed
time.
that man strength yet. I think there's way more to come. Obviously, he's still 17, so he's still very, very young. But in terms of his maturity, I think when he gets that and recognises that his pace and his power comes, and he's going to be a force to reckon with.
Absolutely. Young talents everywhere this evening, not least Phil Foden, and he gets the winner tonight.
Phil Foden, I mean, he's just a joy to watch. Every time he touches the ball, I mean, there's not many fans in here, but they're just oohs and ahs, and love that from Gundogan there. And credit Phil, he just adjusted his position because he knew it was going to come, but the ball from De Bruyne is just fabulous. To get a bit of an overload at the back post, great touch. That's just class from everyone. And Phil Foden especially, great instinct to just give himself that little yard because he knows he's going to receive it. The weight's good from Gundogan, and a great finish. And the thing is, if he can add just a bit more of that final moment, Phil Foden is unplayable.
Oh, definitely. And you could see the frustration in that celebration. He'd had 3 or 4 opportunities to score and he didn't do that. And you could just see what it means to him in terms of how much he wants to improve, that he's frustrated that he hasn't scored more than 1 goal tonight.
Yeah. What did you make of Erling Haaland's performance?
Well, his finishing is obviously off the charts. He didn't get many opportunities today, but I thought his hold-up play, link-up play was brilliant. How about that?
Yeah.
Running at pace. I think he surprised us during how quick he is.
Yeah, I mean, that hasn't happened to Diaz this season. And for him to get there and just
get off,
purposely look for the contact and brush him, and as I said, it was an important save there from Edison. But this bit here was exciting to see and a dangerous situation to find yourself in as a defender.
I think the thing is, everybody just talks about his finishing, but actually his overall game was really good. He makes smart runs in behind. He's frustrated when it doesn't go his way because he wants to do great. So I don't think anybody will be disappointed. I think you'll come away actually even more impressed at his link-up play. And the way he celebrated with his teammates when they scored, it just shows that he's really happy for others to score as well.